Welcome to the Class A Showcase.com, the Illini Central Coaches versus Cancer Showcase. Year number 4 for the Showcase and North Shore Country Day. Taking down the Meridian Hawks. And the game is underway now with your play-by-play. A Silver Dome Award-winning broadcaster. Joining us from the St. Louis area, Mr. Sean Balint.
All right, thank you very much, Ray. And as you look there, you see a Chicago area team making their debut in the white, purple uniforms at North Shore Country Day. Turnaround jumper there. Riley Hall with a shot and a miss. And here comes Meridian, the longtime power out of Macon County on offense. A shot from the baseline up and good for Braden Barnes.
Well, Barnes looking good there right from the start, right? Got a 2-0 lead for Macon Meridian to get this one going.
So here comes Country Day, and they'll kick it out for a 3 from the top of the key.
Wow, that was a nice
Bang!
shot. You know, Butler set up, made the shot. Really, really nice release there.
Austin Curran, by the way, they have a senior-laden lineup, this North Shore Country Day Club. Here's Meridian back to work. Braden Barnes, they work it inside, going in for the blue collar points. A shot and a miss for the big man there. Boy, it looks like he got up a little gingerly there, Dylan Smith. And North Shore on the attack.
Oh, they got him for a little step there. Really minor offense. But they called swimmer for it right from the top for North Shore Country Day.
You know, and that's something I'm sure you know well, is it's something how much it varies, how tight they are in the travel calls around the state.
Yeah, you're right. There's Snarsky again. I remember last year Snarsky had such a good game for Macon Meridian. Good to see him back again as a junior this time.
And the Hawks in those neat road blacks.
Yeah.
They do look intimidating, don't they? Here's a pass trying to go inside, and nice little collision there.
Riley Hall with some big, pressure. Ended up committing. Well, no, actually, I guess they didn't call the foul. They called the foul there. Excuse me.
Well, that Dylan Smith, he's a big guy.
They got him for the travel before, yeah.
Dylan Smith, 42. You'd hate to run into him the wrong way, wouldn't you?
Boy, I'll tell you, it's a big boy.
Here's a shot from 3, up and good.
You know, swimmer again. These North Shore Country Day guys, they can shoot.
Well, you've got 8 seniors on that Country Day Club out of Chicago making their shootout debut.
Yeah, 4th year of the shootout for Macon Meridian, and they give us a good game every year, Sean.
Guaranteed coming back to work. They work it inside to the big man rejected. You know, he's a big man, but he doesn't seem to have much vertical, but they do whistle Riley Hall for the foul. Look clean from this angle.
Well, and I'll tell you, Hall has some vertical, unlike Smith, but it made a nice play there. You're right. I was surprised they blew the whistle there. You know what it is Smith's wide. He's wide, so you can be jumping, and his body's going to get into you, and that's where they get the foul. And I bet it's going to hit him on the other side, too.
Well, you know, for a big man, he's got nice touch from the line.
Yeah, really nice touch.
So 6-4 your score, and North Shore Country Day, the Raiders on top again in the home whites. Driving a lane. Oh, my gosh.
Well, you know, Swimmer has complete control of this game right now.
Man, he's just playing on a whole different level as far as being a ball handler in this game. Here's a shot from 3 from the Hawks, up and in.
And you know, that's Snarsky. We saw Snarsky as a sophomore come in last year and get some considerable playing time and do just that in the second half. Now he's starting for Macon Meridian, and look, right from the start, he's hitting some.
Well, you know those towns, too. You look at Blue Mound and Macon, the two towns that feed into the Meridian system. They just work that driveway, work that bucket all year long. There's a little activity inside.
And Austin Curran working to get his shot. He misses it, but is fouled. He'll go to the line. These North Shore Country Days, North Shore Country Day Raiders, they do look to score. I mean, they do.
Yeah, one of the 8 seniors here, Curran to the line, hits the first. And it's 9-7, 4 points for Curran.
Traveling a long way to come down to play in the showcase this year.
Here's the second. Boom.
And giving us a good game so far. That's a 10-7 lead for North Shore Country Day.
Yeah, that has to be pretty alien to those Chicago folks, like some of the county highways and stuff you take down here. Here's Macon Meridian with a 3-point deficit, and they work it into the big man.
Boy, Smith,
Up and in.
you know, Smith he's got great, for a big man, his feet work really well. I mean, good balance.
Yeah, what a road grader here.
Boy, Swimmer just dribbles it right into the lane on almost every possession.
Raiders go back to work now. They work it into the big man. Smooth shot from the baseline, but no dice. Rebound pulled down by the big man. You can't
Boy,
get
Riley Hall was some really, really good good handler to get the ball back on offense.
Here's another shot, 18-footer, won't fall from Swimmer. Boy, they are aggressive. They go after the basketball, don't they?
You got that right. You know, Rashid, their coach, Rashid Smith, he saw something and really wanted someone to take a shot there, and they didn't take it.
Little rugby action underneath the hoop as they fight for that loose basketball.
Third time we've seen guys on the floor within the first quarter.
Boy, they won it. You know,
yeah, I tell you.
It's like, hey, I'm making a 400-mile round trip.
This showcase brings out the best in every team, every single year, too.
What a great time for, here we go, we're working the inside game again.
Boy
they're
Dylan
good.
Smith's having a big game, Sean. That's a big game for him.
Smith with a game-high 6 points. And again, he doesn't look like he has great vertical, but he's smooth.
Yeah.
Like you said, good footwork.
Good footwork for such a big man.
Here we go back to work, North Shore Country Day. Here's a shot from 3. A little howitzer shot there won't fall.
Well, and Hanman not afraid to take that shot.
Here's Meridian in the lead for the first time in a while.
You know, there goes Snarsky,
boom.
just like last year. Snarsky goes right to the basket, makes that shot.
Boy, he's smooth. Just great court instincts, huh? And now Country Day down by 3. Country Day working it around, and they get it down to Hanman and back to Swimmer. Swimmer knifing through the defense. Nice little rejection there.
Swimmer again dribbling through that defense, and this time Hanman hits it.
Had to kick it out for 3. That's the killer. You know how it is. Swimmer draws attention and opens up things. We're tied at 13.
I think it's gonna be a good game, Sean. This is looking good so far.
3 minutes to go in the first, and Meridian, the big man with it there. They double teamed here, Snarsky.
You know, that was an interesting choice on defense by Hall, because rather than roll down the lane with Smith, you notice he came up and double teamed Snarsky there to try to get that steal. It was an interesting choice on defense, and it seemed to work out for him.
Well, they play relentless defense, and 13 all here, 2:50 to go in the first quarter.
Been a fun game so far.
You know, if we did time of possession like football, I think, you know, we'd see Swimmer and then everybody else a distant second.
Yeah,
beyond.
You're right.
They work it inside, give it nice weaving move there.
Riley Hall's had a nice game so far for North Shore.
Here's a shot from 3. Won't fall for Snarsky. Rebound pulled down by Meridian, and off-balance shot won't fall for Beasley.
Well, Beasley's an aggressive player. I mean, he does. He over-pursues on defense, and he goes hard to the basket on offense.
Shot from 3 won't fall. Rebound hauled down. Boy, and Country Day, they have done a great job on the boards
well,
offensively.
You know, Butler had a good board, but you got to take your time.
Absolutely.
Take your time and put it back up. Don't rush it.
Back to work here, Meridian. And from the blocks, turnaround, Jay, up and good. That's Brayton Barnes, the junior, 6'3".
Barnes had a nice play there.
Here comes Swimmer. Boy, he is smooth. Just glides out there. Looks like he's on skates, doesn't it? They work it over. Once again to Hall. This time out to the right side. And weaving into the paint,
and
trouble.
Again, Butler gets out of control. He gets out of control. He's so excited about, Elias Butler gets so excited when he gets the ball. He plays a little bit out of control. Take your time.
Yeah, Butler in off the bench. And
athletic player, great hands, good feet. Just got to get them working in sync with each other.
Really hard to have that when you have such a senior-dominated team, and you're a junior. You're the guy who's got to step up next year. Meridian from the baseline, little contact there. Looks like this will go against Country Day as Snarsky once again tries to work some magic on the baseline.
Well, Snarsky is a guy we're going to see at the line quite a bit in the game. At least that's my prediction.
He's a foul magnet, isn't he?
He does. He is. He's a pesky player who gets in the lane and does like to go to the basket. We'll see him at that line a lot. The juniors a pretty good offensive weapon for Macon Meridian.
Snarski dumps into first, and a second up and out. And who got it last? I would say last touched by
Yeah, it looked like Ryan Hall touched it, yeah.
Boy, I'm telling you, the big man Dylan Smith does take up space.
He does. He's a wide body.
Here's Meridian on the reset off the inbound. Snarski circling back to the top of the key. And again, forgive me, folks, I've done radio, so I'm used to describing everything.
That's fine. We got it.
Saying, no, we already know we're watching.
Before our podcasters, they like your description.
Here's Snarski left baseline, kicks it out, drawing through 3 defenders, putting up a nice shot there. No dice though for Barnes, and Country Day takes it the other way. They work it out left side, push it in, and first time we've seen him with the basketball inside there. Sam Tolman.
A good rebound by Dylan Smith.
Yeah. Here they find a man all alone. The Hawks
get
the bucket
play.
from Ethan Scott.
Yeah, you get it to Scott underneath. He took his time. See, unlike Butler on the other side, he took his time. Scott took his time and put up a nice, balanced, even shot to get the bucket.
North Shore Country Day, according to our figures from the internet, 9-8, 4-4 in their conference, and Meridian 15-9. Here's a shot from 3 from Hall. He puts up a 22-footer. These teams doing a nice job of bringing in some fresh legs early. And
Austin Curran down on the ground for North Shore back up. Getting ready to put in a substitution. Here comes Michael Jaharis for North Shore, and we see Sam Tolman coming out.
18-15, a good matchup. I mean, these teams, it just seems like, other than the fact Meridian has that big road grader out there, they just seem like mirror images of each other, don't they? Just a
yeah, you're
good
right.
matchup.
Yeah, you're right. We see Jacob Brown coming in for Macon, too. Looks like Butler came out of the game. Or, I'm sorry, Beasley came out of the game. Well, that wraps up first quarter, Sean.
Yeah, Hall's shot knocked away or pass. We're not sure. We'll never know. But 3-point lead for the Meridian Hawks. A pretty impressive first quarter.
It has, but North Shore Country Day coming down to play in their first Coaches versus Cancer showcase. And Macon, of course, they've been here every year playing a good game. We got a good one, 18-15, Macon Meridian lead over North Shore Country Day. We are seeing Dylan Smith, of course, the big man, with some big points in the paint, Shawnee. He's been impressive.
Yeah, it's been a great 1-2 punch, Smith and Snarski. And sometimes, I've talked to some guys, and I think you see the same thing. You see some of the old guard in basketball, they say the three-pointer ruined basketball, and you see like the kids from the small schools who always hit those perimeter shots, and they're just jacking up threes mindlessly, and they don't know how to work it into the big man. Not the case with the Hawks.
Yeah, they do. They look for Smith first, and then if not, Snarski tries to create a shot. On the other side, we see North Shore. We see Swimmer has not been afraid. He's tried to take it to the basket on every possession when he gets it. Of course, when Meridian figured that out, they kind of closed that off for him. We've seen Hall come in a little bit. We've also seen Butler come in a little bit uncontrolled and miss a couple shots for them. So a good game overall, though, so far in this Illini Central Coaches versus Cancer Showcase. By the way, Showcase is sponsored by Delavan Family Pharmacy and Mayor Lois Rickard. Been fun so far. Webcast of the game today is provided by Harvest Restaurant in Delavan, Onkins Incorporated of Easton, Hernan Heating and Plumbing in Mason City National Bank, and First State Bank of Mason City. 2 more games after this one, Shawnee.
I may have to go to Delavan and check out some of those businesses. They've got that big Civil War reenactment coming up.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, one of my friends is one of those reenactors. Unfortunately, there weren't any massive soldiers my size in the Civil War era. I can't really help.
Well, those guys are pretty hard to miss.
The Rebels would have had an easy time with me.
A little cleanup on the floor.
They do a good job with that. That's what a great job. All the work that goes behind a tournament like this, and a great cause. Obviously, it's touched so many people, and we saw the MVP of the Havana game. The kid had the pink sneakers on. It's just amazing. When you grow up, you think of cancer as something that affects old people, and then the more you come around, you just find out
all of us are affected by it in one way or another. I lost my brother to cancer. Mike Wenmacher, who was earlier, lost his mother to cancer. It touches all of us in a way, and any chance to give back we see community, fans, and players willing to do so. Well, Snarsky comes in and misses a shot, Sean.
Yeah, here we go. And coming up court, and once again, maybe just a little out of control is Butler. Just a little faster, it seems, than he can handle the basketball.
Well, feet run a little bit faster than his hands.
Yeah.
Got to get under control.
Swimmer inbounds, and here's a nice little aerial acrobatic there from Austin Kern, the senior.
Yeah, you know, Kern's he's had a nice little game.
He's like one of those Osprey military aircraft. He just kind of hovers in the air for 2 or 3 minutes at a time.
He does. Got some good hops.
18-17. The Meridian Hawks still on top. Here's pass taken
Well,
away.
you know, that was a nice play by Jaharis to get that.
Oh, nice
Swimmer
dish.
made a great
Swimmer.
pass, and it was missed.
Boy, Swimmer, he doesn't get upset about the pass being lost. He scoops up the loose ball.
He just gets controlled, gets the loose ball, and puts the shot in.
He's almost like a machine out there. He doesn't have, you know, you have time for emotion after the game. Country Day now in the lead, 19-18. Here's a shot from Snarsky. Shot and a miss. He's actually been, in Snarsky terms, cold.
Yeah. Well, we see Swimmer bringing it down and dribbling it again. He's not afraid to go into the lane.
Here's Butler again. Butler, he seems to have the skill set, but it's just not right there right now. Hawks back to work. Snarsky has 6 points, team high total, along with the big man Dylan Smith. Here's a pass to Smith, or they weren't on the same page. I'm not sure what that.
Well, I think Braden Barnes was just trying to put it over the defender's heads, and into Dylan Smith, but the pass was so high it hit the backboard.
Oh, no one knew how to handle it. Smith goes up to the line. Nice touch in the first couple, but
yeah, missed that one.
Didn't get the trajectory on that one. This is the first. And a chance to tie it here, 6:22 to go.
Seeing Riley Hall come out of the game along with Butler for the Riley Hall getting his first break of the game.
Here's
Boy,
Austin
Smith missed
Kern.
both of those. He's a little winded, Shawnee.
Yeah, you can tell. It seems like his legs get a little beat down. Austin Kern, game high 7 points, gets that rebound. Here's Swimmer from 3. Won't fall. Boy, they do a great job on the offensive boards. Just hustling. Ball knocked away there for a moment by Ethan Scott. Here's a nice screen set for the 3.
That's a nice shot.
Oh, and he's in double figures.
Yeah, buries it.
That's a nice shot from Kern. Nice execution offensively. And Meridian takes it down court. A little baby hook there from Barnes. 22-20. Country Day on the run.
And they got in for they got the foul there. So Jarvis took it right to the basket. Got fouled before he shot.
Jaharis has got a good set of wheels.
Yeah, he does. Quick.
Jaharis and Swimmer, they're just kind of deceptive. It seems like they have a couple of extra gears out there. So here's the red-hot Kern with it. Kern backs it out to Swimmer. Swimmer top of the key. Works that left-handed dribble. Goes through traffic.
Oh, they got Snarsky for that foul.
Oh, that's a tough break.
That's a tough call.
Yeah, looked like
tough
minimal
call.
contact at best. We just see, you know, there's so many different officiating philosophies, aren't there? I mean, it seems like we have a mix of touch calls, let them play, and here's a
we do see them all in this showcase.
Shot up and in from Swimmer. But, I mean, I can see where it's confusing for these kids. It seemed 20 years ago it was a pretty consistent philosophy on how you call a basketball game.
Yeah.
Both free throws for Swimmer now. He's up to 9 points. And the Hawks down by 4 here with 5.5 minutes to go in the half.
Let's see if they try to get the ball into Smith or not. No, he's popping up top again.
Jacob Brown in there with Ethan Scott. Up top to Brock Snarsky. And they work it into the big man. Turnaround jumper.
Yeah, not
draws
surprising.
The foul.
You know, that's what they got to do. If Macon Meridian wants to stay with North Shore, that's what you got to do. You've got to get the ball into the big man just like that. Now give him a chance to hit a free throw.
And Dylan Smith gets the bucket, and he's just so solid. And we've seen, and you see some, we talked about guys not being able to get the ball to the big men. And sometimes we see underdeveloped big men, and when it comes to the fundamentals, obviously that's not a problem for Smith. He gets the free throw, conventional three-point play. Hawks down by 1.
He's got 9 in the game so far.
24-23. Country Day, and Swimmer trying to knife through traffic, but a little problem along the way. Took a little extra step, and that's another another area where we talk about the wide gulf. Some places will let you do an NBA, take 3 steps. Others, it's old school stickler, travel's a travel.
Well, the 1-point lead for the Raiders in North Shore Country Day. And they just got a foul. They just called a foul that time. They got Hanman he had a hand on Smith's back, sort of hooked him when he tried to get open. I guess they called him on it. And he's coming out, Sean, going to put Sam Tolman back in.
Judah Renfro into the game, too, for the Hawks. Here's a nice floater for Smith. He kind of got chopped a couple of times there.
Yeah, Jaharis got a finger in Smith's eye. He didn't seem too happy about it.
Yeah, that will be remembered. Here's a shot from Snarsky. Snarsky's cold in his second quarter, but he takes a steal. 2-on-1 opportunity. Gets it to the big man. Up and in.
Oh, a nice play by Smith. He got controlled with his feet, took his time, went up strong to put Macon Meridian in the lead.
Back in the lead for the first time in a while. 25-24, 4:24 to go. Snarsky tries to save it, and again,
Tim Moretti got his hands on Snarsky's back.
Yeah, he's going to have some bumps and bruises.
Well, I guess there was no foul. I guess they called it out.
I'm telling you. If I was playing basketball, I would not want to put a finger in Smith's eye. That's all.
That's a big boy.
Intentionally or unintentionally.
Well, Dylan Smith is the leading scorer of this game.
Here we go. Here's a shot from a guy who's been quiet for a while.
Yeah, Riley Hall was big early. Missed that shot, though.
Riley Hall off the line from 3. Now here's Snarsky drawing double coverage. Works it into Smith. Smith turnaround jumper and fouled from behind. Boy,
Well, Smith gets the ball. He's got a great first step to turn to his right, with his back to the basket, turns right, goes to the hoop, gets fouled on his way. Now he gets to the free throw line with a chance to get 2.
So Butler's in there. He's just like a out-of-control kangaroo who's had one too many Red Bulls.
He does play a little out of control.
Smith hits it. I think if you correct his game, he's got the makings of a great ball player.
Yeah.
Here's Smith hits the second, and no, he doesn't hit the second off the front of the iron. Hits the iron, not the shot. Meridian up by 2.
Swimmer bringing it up hard for North Shore. Gets it in the lane. Stolen by Smith.
For all the no-look passes he's had in this contest, he telegraphed that one, and Smith, boy.
He did.
Smith has some pretty good basketball instincts out there. This is not just some sit under the bucket big man. They work it inside to Smith again. Smith falls short. Meridian, nice job to get the offensive board there. And they go to the right corner with Scott. Up top to Renfro, a freshman.
You know what? That's a nice Swimmer stepped into the lane to steal that pass and takes it from basket to basket. How about that?
Not bad,
Taking it himself.
Swimmer taking advantage of a defensive matchup with the freshman. And here's a nice little scoop. Won't fall for Barnes.
Back into the hands of Swimmer. He's pushing it again, Sean.
Yeah, he's been scoreless of late until getting a big bucket there. And here we push it in. Another player's gone cold, Austin Kern.
Yeah, and Kern really put up just an out of control sort of uneven shot. They just got a foul down low. Both Kern and Smith went to the ground, and they just got Smith for that foul. That's a weird foul to get, isn't it? When you're laying down on the ground.
And Smith walks away because he's mystified, like just stunned at that call. And you got 2 guys getting up.
Well, their legs were tangled, and when Kern got up, he was breaking away from him, and they called the foul.
They're not involved in the play. That is a clear. If there's a textbook no call, that's it. Yeah,
and they're taking a timeout. You try to get both teams under control.
Yeah,
and Blickensdorfer, the coach of Macon Meridian, says, let's just take a timeout. Let's give Dylan a breather because Smith's breathing heavy.
Yeah, Dylan, game-high 12 points. Look over there, 2 players in double figures. We got Swimmer with 11.
Yeah, Swimmer's been good, and, of course, Kern has got 10 over there for
he's been sitting on 10 for a while, but 10 in the first ain't nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah. Surprise, Snarsky was really aggressive early on. Now, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that Smith has been so good down low. Maybe he hasn't had to, but Snarsky did start out a lot more aggressive than he's played as of late.
Here's the inbounds pass with the unpredictable Butler. Butler gets it over to Hall, and then, gets it back to Butler, and Butler tests the strength of the backboard there, and it passes. off the side of the register.
Snarsky walking it up for Macon Meridian.
Snarsky, the floor general, as they work it inside, and foul called before Wilson gets to the bucket.
Well, it was an interesting play the way they ran that. You know, Renfro handed the ball to Smith, who was going to the basket, and somehow a foul was called beforehand.
Wow, I didn't see
they got Snarsky.
Yeah, I'm a little mystified again.
After he gave the ball to Renfro, they got him for the pick, what they thought was just a little bit too hard.
Here's Swimmer again, 2:28 to go, tied at 26. Hall, nice save there, and then loses the basketball nearly again. Still has it just completely.
Riley Hall was out of control.
It looked like that. Yeah, it looked like he put some grease on that thing. And somehow he
they got
lucks
the
out and draws a foul.
And that's on Dylan Smith, too. That's foul number 2 for him. And he didn't have to foul. Hall was out of control. Let him be out of control. Don't foul him. Instead, you put him to the line, and he's hitting his free throws.
Hall with his first point in a while. 27-26, Country Day back on top.
You know, he's got a good free throw style, too. Missed that one, but he doesn't look good from the line.
Hawks down by 1 between the rings.
Once again, Snarsky not pushing it, just, jogging it up nice and slow.
Here's a shot from 14 and some contact there.
Well, they got Curran, but I thought it looked clean from here, but I don't know. I thought Curran got it clean. Maybe he got a little bit of the wrist or something.
Yeah, Barnes, Curran tag for, I believe that's his first foul. Yep. So that will send Barnes to the line. First up and good. We're tied again at 27.
Barnes looks great from the line. That was a really good shot.
It's not a finesse shot, though, is it?
No. Jahar is checking back in for Butler for North Shore.
Second up and in, 28-27. Great event here, the great shootout, great volunteers.
First time of the game we've seen Swimmer walk it up the court.
Yeah, taking it easy here, huh? 156. Picks up the pace a little bit, gets it to Hall. Left side, here's a 21-footer from 3.
Wow.
Good.
Curran with a really nice shot, Sean. From the left side, threw up that three-pointer. It went down.
Curran with a game-high 13.
He's got 13.
Now Meridian working it into Smith. Smith nearly draws contact.
Dylan Smith worked so hard for that shot, you know.
Here's Swimmer quickly down the court, up and in.
That was a nice move. You know, Swimmer controlling the pace of the game. And that was a nice move. He got himself into the middle of the lane and threw up that little layup to put his team up by 4.
And he also now has a game-high 13. Here's some contact.
They're going to get the foul for Tolman. Tolman was on his back that time.
Yeah, it looked like he was ready to put a saddle on him.
Yeah, he was on Smith's back. That's going to put Smith up to the line, though.
And Smith is a Clydesdale. That's a horse I would not try to ride.
Yeah, and he's been a Clydesdale that can shoot some free throws, at least in this half. Oh, and he missed that one. I guess I jinxed him. Sorry about that.
Nice job running there for the rebound. Brandon shot and a miss.
Barnes had it. He went to the he probably took too much time and ended up missing that move to the basket.
Well, it looked like Price is right. Plinko there.
Boy, North Shore gave it right back up. Here comes Snarsky to the basket for Macon Meridian. And Riley Hall with the block.
Clean from behind, all ball, no doubt about it. But last touch by Hall.
Macon Meridian with the ball.
56.1 to go. By the way, check out IC Showcase on Twitter and Facebook. Constant Twitter updates. Here's a shot from 3, and it won't fall for Ethan Scott. Rebound. Hawks will take another shot from 3. Snarsky
wide open and he misses.
Quarter.
Riley Hall going hard. It's a nice play, Sean. He goes bucket to bucket all the way and makes a nice little layup.
That looked more like a hockey breakaway than a basketball transition bucket.
30 seconds left in the first half.
6-point lead for the Raiders of Country Day.
Well, whether you're watching it, listening to our mobile feed, or maybe you've downloaded the podcast, we thank you for checking out ClassAShowcase.com's coverage of the Illini Central Coaches versus Cancer Showcase.
And that's what, at IC Showcase on Twitter, right?
Well, yeah, for the Twitter feed, yes.
10 seconds to go here. Snarsky looking for a nice little screen there and takes the pick, gets a shot from 3.
Taking it himself.
Man, a tough quarter for him. And just about to the buzzer and a foul called.
Well, 0.2 of a second, they called the double dribble on Swimmer.
Well, we saw the Illini get a shot with 0.9 of a second.
Oh, this is going to be
win.
hard.
0.2 is a little tougher animal at midcourt.
Yeah, I don't know how you do this. Yeah, he's just going to hold it. Well, there you go. End of the first half. Got a 34-28 North Shore Country Day lead over Macon Meridian. He is Sean Bullitt calling your play-by-play. My name is Ray Lytle, and we will be back with more coverage of this game in just a moment. So don't go anywhere.
And welcome back, Mason City, Illinois. Illini Central's great event every year. The battle against cancer being fought right here on the hardwood here at the shootout. 4-point advantage, make that 6-point advantage for Country Day. North Shore out of the Chicago region, and they open up with an inbounds pass to Swimmer. Swimmer left side, kicking around to Hall up top. Swimmer will put up a 3, count it. Boom, 37-28, biggest lead of the game.
You know what, Jamie Swimmer's never afraid to shoot that ball. And we've been waiting this whole game for him to get hot, and it looks like he's getting the touch right out of the gate in the second half.
Snarski shut out on the scoreboard in the second. He's got the basketball now. He needs to get hot. As this game was toe-to-toe, and late surge, and we have a foul here. Late surge, though, by Country Day as they pulled away.
Yeah, they're going to take Dylan Smith out of the game. Smith had a great first half. 30 seconds into the second half, and he looks tired.
Whistled there for his third foul, Flores Hanman. Flores Hanman, here's Snarski. Up top to Beasley getting some action here. They work it around left side.
This is what
Snarski,
Macon has
nice
to do.
dish
Meridian has to be patient.
Brown.
He has to be patient, try to work for a shot. And they got one. Snarski missed it, but they got the shot. Oh, get a nice rebound.
Yeah, Scraps in there takes it away from 2 Raiders, and they start up again with Brown with a 22-footer. Again, I don't think you have to jack up that 3. Rebound pulled down by Renfro. The freshman doing a nice job. Nice job by the freshman to scrap in there. But I don't think the 3 is the tonic for what ails him.
Yeah, I agree. You got to take your time. It's hard for him now with Dylan Smith out of the game. They're missing their biggest offensive cog.
Inbounds pass. They're just cold from the floor in general. Barnes with a miss, and Swimmer with it now. They work it down court. Swimmer takes a step, gets away with the travel there. Kicks it over.
Looking for Austin Curran.
And Kern glides in, gets the rebound.
Austin Curran goes up uncontrolled, misses the shot, gets his rebound, then gets control, goes up and puts it right back in.
Nice job by Kern there. In there, Jacob Brown. Right side to Wade Beasley, back up top to Snarski. Beasley tries to work it into the freshman, Renfro. Renfro in the paint, a little awkward, and the shot from the baseline won't fall. Rebound hauled down as now an 11-point lead all of a sudden for Country Day, and they're looking to add to it. And
he got walked
I was going to say.
It took about 5 steps.
He had a couple of travels there on the way. It's like, I don't know.
It's hard enough to commit traveling once.
I don't know if he was going to have to provide a travel log like a truck driver or what. 5:55, 11-point lead, 39-28. The Meridian Hawks out of Macon County. Snarski, 6 points in the first quarter, none since. Snarski in the paint, and the drought is over.
Yeah, Snarski is a guy that Macon Meridian needs to get hot.
Takes on 3 defenders. He is fearless. I love that deliberate game of his. 39-30. Here's a near steal, and it's tied up
hustle.
instead.
Barnes hustles.
Boy, he just has that great first step, too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's just there, bang. Great wheels on the part of Barnes. So here's the inbounds pass to Swimmer.
Swimmer has been pushing it the whole game. He's looking to just bring it up now as there's some good pressure on him.
Swimmer across the timeline, tries to work it into
a nice
hot
pass.
hand. Oh, boy, does he execute.
That was a great pass to Austin Curran, and Curran gets under control, goes up again, makes a really nice power move to the basket, Sean.
Boy, he switches hands, makes it easy to draw that foul, and has a chance for the conventional three-point play. He's just a natural-born scorer. Yeah,
it's a fine mix of power and finesse when he goes up and when he's down low like that, and it's been effective this whole game. He's got 18 points now.
Seals the deal. Conventional three-point play, 42-30. An impressive player.
Yeah, North Shore Country Day starting to pull away in this one.
Boy, there's no hesitation in his game either. He's just so smooth. Meridian, they need a score. Here's the baby hook, won't fall. Rebound pulled down. Great job on the defensive boards again by the big man, Riley Hall. Biggest man on the floor now. Really taking advantage of that size advantage. Now Swimmer in traffic.
Yeah.
He comes here from Chicago. They've got a lot more traffic.
Yep.
They're used to traffic. This applies to the basketball court as well, as he is in the midst of 4 defenders. Gets a bucket, 44-30. And a lot of responsibility in the hands of a freshman, Aaron Renfro. And he struggles to get back to the basketball, but does get it done.
You know, Moretti played some really good defense against Snarsky, too, to try to keep him off, off the scoreboard.
Snarsky works it in. Here's a nice little baby hook.
You know, and that's what they need to do.
in.
If Macon Meridian's going to come back, it's going to be on the back of Barnes. You've got to get Braden Barnes the ball down low, just like that.
Boy, that Barnes mini hook is really hard to defend, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why you got to get him the ball.
Yeah, here's a shot from three, won't fall. Oh, great job to get in position.
You know, Hahnemann misses the shot. You get a good rebound by Curran, who goes up and misses the shot. But Curran, once again, continuing to play really good ball.
Well, I mean, what a great athlete. I mean, that is a skill. You're kind of coming over you have to come over the back of three offensive players and not touch anyone to get that rebound.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Here's the inbounds to Hall. Hall, they work it in to the score.
You know, again, Austin Curran goes up, Sean. Finesse and power together. Boy, I'm not sure how he created that shot, but he got it and scored again. He's got 20.
Yeah. He is on fire. Alicia Keys could sing a song about him right now.
Well, I mean, and I was told, before the game, somebody told me, watch Curran. They said he'll surprise you with his offense. And he really has. They were right on.
Jaharis now kicks it over to Swimmer. Swimmer over to Hall. Hall taking on three
right
defenders.
To the basket. Wow, nice. Nice shot. He goes right over the top of Jacob Brown, who was on him defensively.
Yeah, he gets in that. Here's a little
there's
attack by
Snarsky.
Snarsky.
Yeah.
Snarsky gets it done from the free throw line, 48-34. And they need a big man to get his wind back, and soon.
Yeah, Dylan Smith's still on the bench.
Yeah, trying to nibble away at that 14-point deficit. Here's Swimmer. Swimmer draws.
I think I got Jacob Brown foul that time.
The slightest of contact. It makes. Again, I guess I kind of have an old school philosophy. I don't want kids to get mugged out there, but I hate to see touch fouls that don't
Macon Meridian
play.
making a couple changes, bringing in the sophomore Dalton Collins and Ethan Scott, the senior.
Here's Swimmer. Swimmer, nice little hook pass there. They get out to Butler. Butler.
And he travels. Butler again. I've been saying this whole game. I think he's a good player. I just think he gets a little ahead of himself.
Boy, he's just got a great skill set. It just looks like he's got ADHD out there.
His legs are quicker than the rest of his body, and he's got to get them on the same pace.
Renfro getting some extra minutes out here. The Hawks could catch fire from three-point country, and that would help their cause, but they don't get the three-pointer there from Scott. Here's
Swimmer pushing it.
Swimmer pushing up the tempo, gets it to Hall. Hall from three. Boom.
Riley Hall's having a really good game. That's 10 points for him, Sean. Did three players in double figures for North Shore Country Day.
They work it inside. The Hawks turnaround jumper won't fall for Braden.
Well, Braden Barnes again with a move underneath the basket. It's a shame it didn't fall because he really worked hard to get the shot.
Swimmer from three.
Boy,
yes.
Swimmer from way. That's NBA three, buddy. That's a long three. Leading scorer, Jamie Swimmer, with that basket. And a 20-point lead for North Shore Country Day.
Yeah, it's getting pretty brutal there. So here we go. Here's Snarsky. They need him to get more than hot.
Snarsky and Barnes are both going to have to hit shots in order for Macon Meridian to get back into this game.
Before that bucket, Country Day on a 28-8 run.
Wow.
26-6 at one point. Here comes it.
Now we're seeing Austin Kurtzman
control.
playing down low, gets the ball in the wing, dribbles in, and looks to pass it off to Riley Hall. Nice play if it would have worked, but you can tell Curran's a little winded. He's got to get a bench.
Yeah, I mean,
take a little breather.
He's out there flying around.
And Rasheed Smith, the coach, he realized that. Going to get him out, get him a break, get him some breath.
Final 90 seconds of the third period. That sounds like a pretty good recipe. The Hawks just toe-to-toe, and they have just vanished in this game. Here's a shot from three, won't fall for Snarsky. And rebound pops around, taken in by Hall. 3-on-2. Here's a shot from Butler. Butler, weird shot there. Here's Snarsky.
Now Snarsky's pushing it for Macon Meridian. I think he realizes.
Yeah, goes through traffic.
Yeah, and you know what? You don't want to be in this position if you're Macon Meridian. You want to play controlled, and they're really not.
Hall, a good job, too, there. Stay-at-home defense.
Yeah.
And here's Butler. Butler trying to make something positive happen. He's had a bizarre game.
That's how you do it.
Not to pick on the kid. Butler will take a shot from three. Not happening. Fight for it.
You know, good fight for the rebound for the sophomore there, Dalton Collins for Macon Meridian.
You know, Dalton Collins, he doesn't look like a big kid, but, 6'2". You know, they have some deceptive height. They have some balance. It is so weird how this game has just slipped away.
Yeah.
We haven't had that, like I said, it's a 28-8 run, but it wasn't like we had a 15-0. It's just kind of slowly gotten out of hand.
And it was Austin Curran and Jamie Swimmer just taking charge of it. They were hitting everything.
Yeah, they were hitting every two in sight, and then they just had insult to injury. Let's add some threes.
Well, Darren Davis, new into the game for Macon Meridian, gets the ball in the lane and kicks it back out.
Collins to Scott.
Now it's getting back into the hands of Snarsky, and I'll take it back. Snarsky just knocked out of bounds.
Oh, you know.
It's going to be North Shore Country Day ball.
You want to talk body language. You can see all the frustration in Snarsky's
Yeah,
face.
Macon Meridian's a pretty frustrated team right now at the end of this third. With 18 seconds left to go in this third quarter, they do not like the way that this second half has started.
It just seems like they executed a game plan beautifully, and then once we got past 26-all, it's just like the wheels completely came off. Swimmer, final 10 seconds of the quarter. Swimmer, nice dish. Butler from three. Just can't buy a bucket. Contact away from the ball.
Well, they just called a
I think
foul.
they'll go on Braden. Nope.
No, that one's going on Hondeman. How many is that for him?
I think that's 4.
Wow, 4 for Hondeman?
I think he's got a ticket out of this game for a while.
Yeah, and they're pulling him right now. They're putting in Ian Meyer. That's the first time we've seen him play. Meyer's a junior. And the senior Hondeman going to the bench.
54-36, 5 seconds, and Snarsky going for the final
well, and why
bucket
not?
and
You know,
gets it.
Snarsky, why not take it to the basket, take it to the hoop and get the basket? He did it. It was a nice hustle play by Snarsky.
Yeah, you know, and
We're going to have to see a lot more of that in the fourth quarter, Sean, if this is going to become a game.
smart call by Country Day, too, because do you really want to draw that foul?
No, don't take it.
And, and we see leaving the gym here, the big man Dylan Smith. So
I wonder what happened to him.
I don't know if he's dehydrated.
Well, no, it was early on. You know, he got fouled by Hondeman there early on and came out and hasn't been back. Yeah, there's something going on there.
Ramping up, or what's cooking up? What's going on there?
He was the offense for Macon Meridian, and since leaving the game, just hasn't done much.
Yeah, and since he's departed, it seems as if Snarsky feels extra pressure.
You know, I've just been told that they played last night as well. Maybe he's tired. You wonder what's going on there.
Yeah, I believe that was a conference game that went down to the wire. Here's Snarsky on the run.
They
foul
call
before
it
the
off.
shot.
Butler got him before the shot. That's a shame for Macon Meridian because Snarsky had a nice shot there.
You know, the Butler kid, I guess they're just trying to get him straightened out so they have something for next year. Again, like I said,
he's
seniors.
a good player. He got good instincts. His problem is, like I said, I think his feet just move quicker than the rest of his body.
Here's inbounds pass Snarsky. Snarsky, 13-footer. And, of course, with Smith out there, he draws extra defensive attention. So, tough footing there for Snarsky, the junior. Snarsky with it now. Right now, youth will be served from Meridian. Here's a shot in the paint.
Macon Meridian's got a good player in the sophomore, Dalton Collins. He really went in, controlled, made a nice shot. He hasn't played much in this game, but he's been effective in the time he's been in.
Swimmer a little out of control, but that's the way it's gone for Country Day. They still have the basketball. The Raiders are with it. Butler dumps it off for Ian.
Ian Meyer goes right to the basket.
Ian Meyer.
Making the most of his time.
Certainly not apologizing for being inserted into this game because of foul trouble for Flores Hondeman. Ian Meyer, the junior. Good chance for them to get some of the building blocks for next year's team in there.
Yeah, as this game continues to move on in scoring.
First free throw offline. And he'll try to push it back to a 15-point lead. Hawks, a great program, won a state title here in recent years. Here's a shot up and in, 55-40.
And you look at these freshmen that have had some playing time and the sophomores that have had some time. This is a team that is if they get a little size, will contend again.
Drake Baker, by the way, the freshman in there for the Hawks. Yeah, the freshman and sophomores getting some time. Here's a reverse.
How about that shot by
ball.
Austin Curran?
Oh, my gosh, Curran. He almost had that, baby. Snarsky on the run. Drops, pops from the free throw line, up and out. Rebound pulled down by the sophomore. Won't fall and getting the rebound and getting chopped and hacked. Darren Davis, the junior.
Yeah, and Davis had a nice little play there.
So he gets the bucket. And we'll go for the conventional three-point play. I thought he got the bucket. There we go. It's up there on the board.
Well, the freshman Renfro has come back in. Barnes going to get a break. You can tell he's winded.
Yeah, no question. Looks like Smith is done for the day. Here's the shot from the free throw line. Seals the deal.
Yeah, Smith's taking off knee pads. He's done.
55-43. And, you know, the Hawks, even though it seems like they've conceded with all the young players, they're within reach right now. Butler taking a couple extra steps.
Yeah.
Well, again, I don't want to pick on a kid, but
yeah, he seems frustrated too.
And
Dylan Smith's leaving the court. He does not look well.
Yeah. In fact, I think dehydration might be a part of it.
Yeah,
He's really
something's going on.
got the Gatorade,
He's got
the
sweats
water.
on.
Here's a turnaround jumper and fouled there.
Now the freshman Renfro goes to the basket for Macon Meridian.
Judah Renfro. 55-43. 6:24 to go in this one. Renfro up and in.
He's got a nice form in the free throw shooting. Riley Hall checking back in for North Shore Country Day, Sean.
Well, that's a great thing about
It's
basketball.
had a nice little game.
And the great thing about basketball at this level is you know oh so well. These kids have played together forever. Unlike a 3A situation where kids go to different elementary schools, these kids have played together from the time they were probably 5 or 6.
Well, you know, I went to Class A school, and the guys that I played basketball with at the city park were the guys that I played with from the time I was 7 years old up to graduation. And you just get to know your teammates. You get to know the intricacies of their game.
It just reflects. I mean, yeah, the passing game and the precision and just kind of understanding each other's movements. Here's some nice ball work, but Meyer,
you know, when you get to smaller towns, sure, the talent pool isn't as big to draw from. You don't have a six-figure population to draw from. You don't have a million. You know, you don't have that many kids to pool your players from. But the kids you do pool from, they know each other so well, and the game's very fluid. That's why I love basketball at the Class A, single A, and double A level.
You know, Meridian has slowly creeped up back into this one.
That's
Here's
a 10-point game.
Snarsky draws contact. And
Butler with another. That's 4 for Butler.
Yeah. Butler has not. It has not been his day.
Well, they're going to put Hanman back in, who's already got 4. So who knows? Meridian's worked their way back into it without Dylan Smith.
Here's the first one up and in for Snarsky.
That's because they're hitting their free throws. That's Snarsky's worked his way into a 15-point game, Sean.
Not bad. Brock Snarsky, 6-foot junior, goes for seconds. 55-47, and they have done it with just a consistent approach. It hasn't been a full court press. Hasn't been any panic. They haven't given up, and yet giving some young guys, some fresh legs, an opportunity to play here. Here's Swimmer. Here's a shot from 3.
Oh, Moretti sinks that one. That was a nice shot.
Moretti, the senior, 58-47. Double-digit lead again. Snarsky tries to answer with a three-pointer of his own.
He probably rushed that one.
Yeah.
Should have taken his time.
Again, he's kind of felt a little extra pressure. Swimmer coming up with the rebound there. Down to 5 minutes.
You know, the freshman Drake Baker has been doing a good job covering Jamie Swimmer since he came into the game.
Here's a shot from 3.
Austin Curran misses that one.
He's been like an
Curran's
ATM.
shooting from all over the court now.
Snarsky on the run. Snarsky tries to shake.
And they got Snarsky
defender.
out. No, they got. Honestly, they got.
Oh, I
thought they got him on the walk, but he got fouled before the steps.
He got lucky there because he did take about an extra 3. No doubt about it. And looks like Meridian will be whistled there, I believe.
Well, Sean, this is just varsity game number 3. 2 more varsity games left to go today.
What a great lineup. And there's a bucket up and in on the free throw. 58-48, 10-point deficit. And that, I tell you what, that says a lot about this shootout, that it's a well-run event and it gets respect. When you see the Chicago teams make the run down here, it says a lot. 58-49 as he hits the second. Here's a takeaway.
Well, and Riley Hall got a little under control, a little out of control. Yeah. And Davis gets another basket, Sean.
Yeah, Collins
They're within 7 points.
Collins gets it over to Darren Davis. I think we darn near have another turnover there. That was close. 58-51.
The sophomore Collins steals the ball from Hall, who was trying to take it behind his back. Speaking of Hall, there you go. He just dunked it.
Home run pass.
Wow.
Two-handed jam, 60-51. Snarsky. The Hawks, you can see the intensity pick up here. Say, hey, we're in this thing. Snarsky, 17-footer, no. Rebound, a sophomore gets it. Puts it up in the baseline, no good. Rebound, Country Day Raiders.
And now Jamie Swimmer is going to bring it up for North Shore Country Day. That's a nice little flurry. A 9-point North Shore Country Day lead after Riley Hall's dunk to excite the crowd a few seconds ago.
Left side to get it to Hall. Hall is an animal
Hall
right now.
Again. Wow. That's
Hall.
14 points for Riley Hall.
Every time the Hawks make a move, it seems like Hall has the answer right now. He's the hot hand. Hall with 14 points now. Quick surge. Snarsky. Snarsky double team taken away by Hall. Loose ball. Oh, Snarsky, great recovery. Left side, Renfro's shot from 17 won't fall. And a slap at it, the ball
and
winds
of course,
up
Jamie Swimmer again is the one who grabs the ball, gets under control, and now starts to walk it up the floor for North Shore Country Day to basically lead his team and say, all right, guys, take your time. Let's get this done right.
Hawks with a great rally in this quarter. And here's a nice drive on the baseline, but the shot not so nice for Kern.
No, Austin Kern was out of control.
Here's a nice dish. Snarsky, the handoff to Renfro.
And Renfro, the freshman, making a nice move to the basket.
Renfro with a run off tackle there. Gets the first down, 62-53. 3 minutes to play. Here's Kern again looking to add to his point total. All of a sudden, he's called from the floor. Gets his rebound, loose ball. Kern just seemed to put up anything
from
anywhere.
That time he had Hanman going to the basket wide open, and he chose to shoot instead. Should have passed that ball off. They would have gotten a layup.
Perhaps a victim of his own success.
Yeah.
Hawks still in it. 2:50
What can you
Snarsky
say?
Here.
Shooter, shoot, Sean.
Snarsky, a shooter, shoots there from 16. Can't connect. Hall again, rising above 3 Hawks.
Yeah, Hall's really played a nice game, Sean.
Swimmer. Big in the first and big in the fourth.
Yeah.
Down to 2.5 minutes, Swimmer.
We got rebound totals on Hall. I'd love to see what he's got to be.
Through the roof.
Yeah, he's had a nice game.
He has owned the defensive boards here in the fourth.
And now we see North Shore Country Day running some clock as they should.
Moretti to Swimmer. Down to 2:15.
Yeah.
Timeout on the floor.
Well, it's a 9-point lead for North Shore Country Day, and a timeout's called. It is the Illini Central Coaches versus Cancer Showcase, sponsored by Delavan Family Pharmacy and Mayor Lois Rickard. Webcast of today's games brought to you by the following businesses. Let's run them down for everybody. Harvest Restaurant in Delavan, Onkins Incorporated of Easton, Hernan Heating and Plumbing of Mason City, the Mason City National Bank, and First State Bank of Mason City.
Yeah.
More games to come, Sean.
Yeah, it's a great lineup here, and looking forward to our next contest, Chicago Hope, not to be confused with the 1990s TV series, the Mighty Eagles.
The Chicago Hope Academy taking on Delavan.
Yeah. Now, Chicago Hope, I guess it's a rebuilding year for them. They have been a dominant power up there. They've won 3 regionals in a row.
And now we have Illini Central at 8 o'clock tonight. The home team taking on St. Anne. That should be a fun game.
All right, here we go. Final 2:15, Austin Kern. Austin Kern, what a game he's had.
And you know what? This is where Jamie Swimmer looks good. He's taking time, trying to go. Dribbles in. Boy, what a nice play.
Oh.
Right, Swimmer gets into the lane, passes it off to Riley Hall for a nice basket.
Yeah, like I said, he's just been an ATM.
Yeah.
Just like an automatic withdrawal scoring-wise.
And we're going to have some trouble trying to figure out who's going to be the Jesse Bauer Memorial Player of the game.
Oh, Snarsky, nice dish there to Davis.
Yeah, Davis getting his 7th point on the other side.
Kid not intimidated at all.
Davis hasn't played, got 7 points in very limited time.
Here
what a nice pass
Kern
by Hanman to Austin Kern.
Like I said, Kern is cold. Can't get the gimme. Oh, follow-up shot won't fall either. Hawks on the run, 126. Snarsky. Time of the essence here. Here's another shot, a 17-footer, and it won't fall for Collins.
And another rebound for Riley Hall over to Swimmer, who's walking it up. Going to take some time off the clock. Now he pushes.
Biggest guy on the floor, most athletic right now. Bad combination when you're fighting for that loose rebound.
Yeah.
Here we go down to the final minute. And the Raiders in control. Hall to Swimmer. And they call a contact away from the ball. And it will go against the Raiders, and that will be against Meridian.
Well, Shawnee, I tell you, it's been a fun game. We got to start thinking about who we're going to pick as the player of the game.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you. I got to go 2-3.
Yeah.
Got to go with Kern, I think.
Really? You're going Kern?
I think, yeah. He just.
I like 2-4. I think Riley Hall's played a nice game, buddy.
You know what? I could be persuaded. You know, I could think that over. If I have a minute to.
Well, we'll see. We've got 40 seconds to figure it out.
40-second Swimmer.
I know
they're just going to work the clock here.
Other media are voting.
Swimmer kicks it out to Hall. Down to 30 seconds. Kern on the outlet to Swimmer.
I've just been told who our player of the game is.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Hermetically sealed envelope.
Well, leading rebounder.
Oh, Swimmer. What a great job to stay.
And 16 points offensively. Riley Hall's been named the Jesse Bauer Memorial Player of the Game for this game.
10 seconds.
Jamie Swimmer also receiving some votes with 21 points. He was the leading scorer of the game.
Yeah, Swimmer runs timeout.
How about that? It was a great game.
A 28-8 run by Country Day. And you know what? I have to agree with that because I'll tell you what. Like you said, the Hawks charged within 7.
Yeah.
And Hall
took over. He was rebounding. He was getting he was really all over the glass.
Oh.
Swimmer, I thought, was controlled the pace, did a really good job. But Riley Hall with a really nice game.
Hawks went on a great run. He had 2 clutch baskets back-to-back. And that was the thing of beauty, that little laser home run pass he converted. And then, again, owning the boards, that just sealed the deal right there. That shut down the rally.
Well, congratulations to Riley Hall, the Jesse Bauer Memorial Player of the Game, getting his award. And he was really happy about it. It's nice. They came down, first time they've been here at the Coaches versus Cancer Showcase, and really put on a nice show.
Oh, no doubt about it. A fun team to watch, and just a great bunch of ball handlers.
First time down, a nice showing for North Shore Country Day. Macon Meridian, on the hand, we don't know what happened to Dylan Smith. We don't know what happened. We know he went out. Still haven't gotten word. It looked like a dehydrated or tired, something, right?
Yeah.
Did you get the feeling of that?
Because you'd like to, I would have thought outright cramps, but that wouldn't have kept you out 3 quarters.
Definitely something happened there. He just, maybe you're right, but did you see cramping? I know I saw him take the knee pad or the leg what did he have on? It wasn't knee pads, but he had on some kind of.
I don't know, yeah.
He had on leg pads, something.
What?
Those came off in the third quarter. He had no intention to go back in. Well, anyway, listen, a great game, a great showing. Winnetka North Shore Country Day wins that one. Next game, Sean, we got Delavan taking on Chicago Hope Academy. This should be a fun game. It's coming up next. ClassAShowcase.com. He's Sean Berlin. I'm Ray Lytle. We'll return with the next game in just a few minutes.